Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel, and this is your tip of the week. This is a quilt block and I call it basket of flowers. It's called many different things, so the name is not important. And I released a tutorial not too long ago on how to make this, and I had a huge response. People loved it, but they wanted to know how they could use it in things other than a quilt. So I'm going to give you some suggestions on how to go about calculating some of the fabric that you need to go around this block. One of the viewers was interested in using this block in making a table topper. That's a piece that goes in the center of your dining table. So I just sketched out something that you could possibly use in a table topper. So these are the little basket of flower blocks. You have 5. And then you have 4 just solid pieces of fabric that you can use in between these. Now the basket of flowers is a 12.5-inch block when you're done stitching all the squares together. And in order to get everything to work well together, your blocks here have to also be 12.5 inches square. So then you would stitch each row together, going like this. Then you would take those rows and stitch them together. And then finish off your table topper any way that you normally like to. I usually use cotton batting on them and put binding around the edges, but you don't have to do that. There are many other ways to finish this off. So if you're interested in doing a table topper or something like this, I have many table toppers that I've done so you can learn how to finish it off. So down below the YouTube screen in the description section will be a playlist link for all the different table toppers that I have. From the video that I released, and remember again, there'll be a link listed below on this particular quilt block. Now, if you turned it on its side, so it looks like just a regular square, it's not going to work very well in the project I want to do, because I want to put one of these. I have 2 of these, and I want to put one at each end of a table runner, but it doesn't really look right. But if I turn it like this and put it at the end of a table runner, it's going to look much better. But I need to figure out how much fabric I should put on this side and this side. I want to use this fabric to fill it in here, and this would be a pointed table runner. So I need to cut 2 pieces to fill in the areas on the top side of the block. So you don't want to measure this edge. This is not the edge you want to measure. You want to measure this area. So you're actually going to go out this way and count down this way. So count over this way and this way. So it comes out to about 9 inches. But I need a little bit of extra fabric for the seam. So I'm going to cut a square, 1 square for each of the blocks, that's 9.5 inches square. So here's my 9.5 inch square. So I'm going to cut it from corner to corner. So place your ruler right on those corners and cut both of your squares off that are 9.5 inches. So now take those squares and put them on the edge here. Now you'll have some little tails of fabric that are hanging out at each end. That's okay. I actually like having a little extra fabric. That way I can square it off. If I cut it just slightly too small, it's going to be kind of difficult to get it squared properly. So stitch this one on 1/4 inch seam. Then press your seam, and then you would unfold it and press on this side. Then you would take this block and leave this one down, take this block, put it on there, have some fabric hanging out at each end, stitch a 1/4 inch seam, press it, unfold, and press. So this is what it looks like so far. Now I do have extra fabric hanging out at each end, but that's not a problem because all of that will be taken care of later. Now I have just enough of a seam allowance in here to add the next piece on. Now I want to make this a 60-inch table runner. So what you're going to do is you're going to measure this distance from corner to corner, multiply that times 2, then subtract that difference, take that number from 60 inches. And that's how big you'll know to cut your center piece of fabric. If you want your table runner longer or shorter, then adjust those numbers. So now I'm going to take that piece and bring it here and stitch a 1/4 inch seam, press it, unfold, and press the seam on top. When you're done with this one, then take the second block and stitch it on. Once you have all your pieces stitched together, then it's going to be up to you how you want to finish it off. Do you want to just put interfacing in between your fabric on the back and this top piece, or do you want to do cotton batting or fusible fleece? Now here is a table runner that is in that exact same style, same method of stitching it together. And there is no binding on this one. So I'm going to put a link listed below your YouTube screen in the description section for this particular table runner. So if you decide you want to take that basket of flowers quilt block, you can go to this tutorial and finish it off, because this was just a quick little summary on how to do it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tip of the week and that you learned something new. Always keep in mind, quilt blocks like this or any other quilt block are not always meant to be put into quilts. You can put them into pillows, placemats, table runners, tote bags, everything you can think you can put quilt blocks in. So don't feel you have to make a gigantic quilt. So whenever I release a tutorial on quilt blocks, you might want to watch it because you might be interested in putting it into something special. Now, if you're interested in other beginners sewing projects, I will have links to all that too. So to get to that description section, scroll down below your YouTube screen, click on the word Show More or the down arrow, and it will expand open and you will see all kinds of links. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram and check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.